People, I thought this day in America would never come where a woman who did a man wrong will get held accountable, and that's exactly what just happened. This is Demi Blanco. She's the woman who made the fake 911 call that ultimately led to the police showing up at young Scooter and his home's function, leading to young Scooter running away and ultimately hopping on a fence that punctured his leg, ruptured an artery and and killed him. Everyone in Atlanta know Demi. She's a ragged 30 now. How she found her way in the fold of young Scooter and his homes, I don't know, but apparently she was dating one of his entourage and she made the call. This is just a brief recap before we get into the new and breaking updates, but Demi made a fake 911 call while young Scooter was chilling with her boyfriend and other people because apparently Demi wasn't there and she was jealous, and her boyfriend was chilling with women, so she wanted the party to be over. Even the most scandalous women I know, most of them will probably call and make a noise complaint, have things shut down, but no, not her. She took things to the degree a lot of you guys already heard this particular call, but we're going to play it again in every video so y'all can really just beat it in your head how disgusting and trifling this woman is. Here is the fake 911 call that she made on young Scooter and her boyfriend. There was a literally a shooting there, like selling drugs in and out of the house. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. She had someone come over there and they started shooting, but the house needs to be investigated. It was 3 shots. When did it happen? It's happening now. Yeah, there she's trying to get away and they're holding her. She's being held hostage. There's also a child in danger as well because she has a baby. Okay, and you said the female is naked. Yeah, she's naked and she's bleeding profusely from her head. This is a house and I think you guys should get here quick because this girl he's really hitting her and it's a child involved, and there is like 7 guys in the house and they all have guns. You guys need to hurry and get her before she doesn't make it. Ma'am, we already have help organized for her. What's the phone number you're calling from? Exactly what happened? There's a situation going on this house. There's 7 guys that live here and they're basically, I'm not sure if they're running some type of sex traffic. This individual, she's a 52, light-skinned female, black hair. Are you, ma'am, are you with the patient now? No, I'm a neighborhood watch. I am just literally a neighborhood watch. I'm not in the house. I was. Oh no, I play that audio in almost every video, bro, so y'all can truly understand how disgusting that woman is, bro. So a lot of people was online publicly telling Atlanta PD, yo, why haven't y'all arrested this lady yet? Bro, this is her, go get her. But we weren't really hearing back from Atlanta PD. Alright, so then folks began to take things into their own hands. Alright, I knew a lot of people who was going to locations that she was at, you feel me? So after Atlanta PD began to realize the severity of this situation, they acted fast. Now apparently she's been arrested, people. Okay, she's been arrested. So on April 1st, 2025, 31 years old, a 31-year-old woman is doing this, bro. Yo, you would expect this behavior well from no adults, but from post like a 19-20-year-old chick, bro. Her first love in college. She's going crazy, but a 31-year-old woman is doing nonsense like this. Yo, this is just embarrassing, bro. But what do you expect from a baddie's reject? So on April 1st, 2025, 31-year-old Demetrius Spence was taken into custody by the Atlanta Police Department and charged with transmitting a false public alarm under OCGA 161028 subsection D2 if serious bodily harm or death results from the response of a public safety agency. Yes, yeah, and there's a reason why I'm screaming yes. Okay, so false. So transmitting a false public alarm is a misdemeanor. However, if serious bodily harm or death results from the response, it escalates to a felony. Now we're going to explain the difference between a misdemeanor and a felony in terms of punishment. We're going to explain that shortly. In terms of what she's looking forward to, Mrs. Spence was wanted for her involvement in making a false 911 call regarding a person injured/deceased incident that occurred at 273 William New York Drive Southeast on March 28. Miss Spence was transported to the Fulton County Jail for processing. Oh bro, you going to Fulton County Jail and you responsible for what took place at young Scooter, bro. They FA to turn you every way but loose. They FA spank poo. They FA spanked, and that ass, bro, you is done. Yo, you making it out of Taunton County Jail to me would be like a great feat. Like you would, yo, you'll be a very strong human being, bro, if you make it Out of Futon County bro, you better bail out soon, we have to put on the glasses for this one bro. So according to Justia, U.S. law, all right, a person who commits the offense of making an unlawful request for emergency services assistance when he or she knowingly and intentionally transmits in any manner a request for emergency services assistance, knowing at the time of the request for emergency service assistance that there is no reasonable ground for believing the truth of information which forms the basis of such request, and when the request involves or relates to where it gets serious people, all right, a purported destructive device or hazardous substance, all right. Now this don't really apply to her, right? What applies to her goes down right here. What applies to her goes down right here, okay, except as provided in paragraph 2 of this subsection. A person convicted of a violation of subsection B of this code section shall be punished as for a misdemeanor of a high and aggravated nature, and upon conviction for a second or subsequent violation of subsection B of this code section shall be guilty of a felony and punished by imprisonment for not less than 1 nor more than 10 years, by a fine of not less than 5,000 or both. So here is the requirement now. Misdemeanor bro, it's like a year in prison, no, but for the felony no less than a year, no more than 10 years. So she could be in jail for 10 years, and here is the requirement to be charged with the felony. The requirement is if serious bodily harm or death results from the response of a public safety agency, such person shall be guilty of a felony and upon conviction shall be punished by imprisonment for not less than 1 nor more than 10 years and a fine of not less than $5,000. You going to jail __ you going to jail, man, you going to jail now. I think anything less than 10 years is a grave injustice. This man lost his life. This man died a father with multiple kids, would no longer be here. This woman deserves the full 10 years. And I'm not saying 9 years and 364 days. No, she deserves the full 10 years. Give her 10. She would have probably gotten away with it too if she wasn't so clout depraved that she decided she was going to put her freedom at risk by taking to social media on IG Live to speak about the situation and essentially self-incriminate and give the police everything they wanted. She admitted that she made the 911 call, but then she begins to justify why she made the call, and her justification is so stupid. Let's roll the tape, man. I'm not looking for any type of clout. I just want to put the truth out. The situation is that I was being beaten by individual that was connected to the person that I'm not going to say the name, and I was there, and the person was continuously beating me as he's already done this before, and me being a female, I was afraid for my life, so I did what I thought was the best thing to do. I had no intentions that bed was there. I never set anybody up. I never had any intentions that man was there. I never knew that man was there. I had no idea of that man's whereabouts. I'm speaking today to clear my name. That I had no intentions to set anybody up. The police have to send Instagram a Christmas card or Thanksgiving greeting card every holiday, bro, because ChatGPT to college students is like Instagram to the police. It takes literal no more brain power because these inventions exist for the police. Because of Instagram they can sit down, drink their coffee, eat their donuts, man, and watch all solve the crime for them. In this particular in this case, it would be difficult for the police to prove, and it would be difficult for the police to prove, oh, she didn't just hear it from somebody else, right? Well, she didn't purposely lie if she heard it from somebody else, right? Cause again, the statute is you have to knowingly know the information is false while spewing it, right? And you could have probably finagled it, but when you come on Instagram Live and you tell the police I called it cause he was beating me, you told them that you were neighborhood watch, hold up, bro, you told them that they were dragging a woman with a baby back into the house. You told them that the victim may be underage, but you're not sure. You told them the person was bleeding profusely if you called because they hooped on you, so you were calling the police while you was being dragged and bleeding profusely. You failed to mention that the victim was you said shots were fired. You was calling the police in the middle of shots being fired. Why didn't you mention, come on, bro, when you called they had to transfer you because you was already in a different jurisdiction. So how was you in a different jurisdiction but claiming that you called because they was whooping on you in that moment? It's over with, bro. I never set anybody up. I was threatened by individual. There's a action, there's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only have part B and the narrative. It looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. myself. That's the issue. That's part. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. I was the one that was getting hurt. And I came here to say my truth. That's it. That's all. I don't want no clout. I don't want anything. All these troll pages, y'all don't know me. None of y'all know me at all. At the end of the day, I'm a woman. And I was physically abused multiple times. This is not for her because I'm glad she went on IG Live, but for you other people who I may like. If you commit a crime, man, please don't go on IG Live trying to explain to the world why you did that crime that's usually going to be used in court. Alright, but y'all let me know in the comments section, what do you guys think about this? Okay, what do y'all think? Do y'all feel like she deserves a second chance? Do you feel like she deserves 10 years? Alright, let me know. Okay, and if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out Atlanta PD's response. And they posted